fully upgraded Classic Ferrari Cup, the Okutama Sprint at Dusk. Hello there everybody and welcome to Opafet Gaming. I am the Opafet. We are driving a Ferrari 512 BBLM. We're driving it in our semi-pro specials part of the season, and we're driving it in a Classic Ferrari Cup event called the Fully Upgraded. We're in a point-to-point race at the Okutama Sprint on the Mizu Mountain in Japan. We're driving at Dusk and we started 19th of 22. Now after our last point-to-point race, which turned into quite a debacle, the Opafet's not going to take any chances on this one. We're going to get on our high horse right off the bat, and as you notice, we've been ripping by a few cars and we're going to try and catch all these guys as early as possible. Now, it's easy to say that, it's a little harder to do it. It takes a little bit more than that because most of this race is downhill. We got a little bit of a lull and a little bit of a creeping back up in the middle of it, but then we're back into fast and furious side-to-side downhill racing. Now at the speed that we're going, it's really tough to pass anybody, let alone you can't even catch up to them, first of all. But when you do, it's really hard to pass them because they're going so fast. So you gotta wait for your opportunities. Now we know that these guys like to slow down in the corners, and that's where we're gonna make our move if we can. But we got 5 cars to pass. Now in a point-to-point race, we have a percentage clock on the top right-hand side of the screen, and when that rolls up to 100, the race is over. That's where the checkered flag is. So we got to try and pass 5 cars, and we're already at 37-38%. So that, and they're pulling away from me. But have no fear, because here comes the little bit of an uphill sweep, and they always slow down a little bit on the uphill also, as well as the corners. So that gives us a fighting chance. We just gotta keep up the pressure and get up behind him and see if we can have the opportunity to pass that last car. If we can get by him, that'll put us in really good position. The rest of the cars are clumped together a little bit, so we're just gonna try and keep it. Whoa, look at that. What a tremendous crash that was. He was flipping over sideways. That was unbelievable. Really cool stuff. But the race for him, I think, is over. And that moves us up 1 spot. Now the other guys, they might have got a little scared when they saw that because they're slowing down a little bit too. So we're going to just see if we can just take care of a few more. Now we're coming up to my most unpopular part of the track, which is coming up right here as we pull into the lead. This part I have a hard time with. I like driving it, but I have a hard time going really fast, because I tend to almost lose control when I go from side to side. So I've got to slow it down a little bit, not too much, because we don't want those guys to catch up to us. Now that we finally got the lead, we want to extend it right up until we see that checkered flag. So we're going to keep ripping here, try to get away from them. We're a second and a half, couple of seconds pretty quick here in front of them, so I don't think they're going to catch back up to us. Well, we're not up to 1.3, 1.4. Now we're over 2-second lead. So I think we're going to be okay. Just try and stay away from the wall, try and drive a little clean, and start to enjoy the finish line, which is coming up really quick. I really like this one. The last point-to-point race, I finished 7th, and I had a heck of a time just trying to get to that. This one, we're going to finish first. That we can almost guarantee you, because we're not quite at the end of the race yet, but we're getting close. I hope you enjoyed this race. I hope to see you back at Opafet Gaming again real soon. In the meantime, you've been ripping down the hill in a Ferrari with the Opafet.